Hi G Blues community, Mrs. McClay here. I just wanted to take a couple minutes to say hi and give you some idea of things that I'm thinking about in this current situation and give you a little window into what we do in the G Blues Art Studio and maybe just give you a chance to get to know who I am. So real quick, I've been in the district for 11 years. I teach every morning. I start the day at the high school where I teach AP, ceramics, drawing, portfolio classes, and then in the afternoon I travel to G Blues and get to spend some awesome time with very brilliant young artists over there. So that's about where I am with my experience in the district as an art educator. On a personal note, I've been a working artist for a really long time. I don't even want to say how long, for a while. And before getting into education, I was mildly famous, I guess. I don't know if famous is the right word, but I was pretty well recognized in the big old town of Gettysburg for my rural landscape paintings. I love to paint landscapes of the area that we live in. I actually had a show that sort of documented my traveling from Upper Adams, where I live, up and over the mountain into the Great Valley, where I love to come to work with all of the Greyhound community, and I just really enjoy that. So that's about me professionally. Personally, I have a 3-year-old daughter, a wonderful husband. We have a great opportunity to live in a very nice area in Adams County and have cats and goats and turkeys and birds and all kinds of stuff. I really love being outside. So that's about me. Now, just so you know, the next, I don't know how long it's going to take, but 4 or 5 minutes, I'm going to kind of share with you some of my thoughts on how my philosophy of art education shifted over the years. So for about 7 years, I've been just more and more curious and learning more and more different things about how to engage in art making with students. And one of those philosophies or shifts in the way art education is kind of shaping up, and it's really kind of the hot thing right now in art ed, is teaching for artistic behavior. So it's sort of this philosophy that shifts into three main components to remember, but also just a variety of options for choice with the students and with anybody who's making art, because really it's a lot of choice. I love that question, what do you do with an idea? Where do good ideas come from? How do you get a good idea? What am I going to do with that idea? And there's so many layers to it, but it's just a really, really fun way to engage in thinking. There's another thing I'm going to share. It's on the website, that are the 8 studio habits of mind. That's from a thing called Project Zero, which kind of was the predecessor to TAB. And it's about visual thinking strategies and ways that we can think visually. So if you see my questions a lot, will be see, think, wonder. What do you see? Literally, what do you see? And then what do you really think about it? And then what do you wonder about it? I just think those are really a fun set of questions to engage in with students at any level. And that's what I'm going to share with you in a minute. So right now, I think I'm done with my little blurb with my face, and enjoy the next couple minutes where I'm going to show some pictures of the studio and just talk to you about some of the artistic behaviors that I think really help develop, just honestly, this an authentic way of creating and making art. Develops problem-solving skills. It's just my thing right now, I guess. I just really enjoy it. And that's all, folks. So hope everybody's well and staying safe, and thank you for the time, and thank you for raising such wonderful human beings. What do artists do?
What do artists do?
What do artists do? Artists definitely do a litany of things in their process, but some that we discuss in our G Blue studio are as follows. Artists develop skills, they collaborate, they problem solve, they reflect on their work, they take risks, they have a personal voice and communicate through their art, they have a global awareness of art making, they make observations, and I think that's it. Engage and persist is one I really like too.
The child.
The child is the artist. The child is?
Artist.
So the child is the artist, and that's an important one to remember because sometimes it's so easy to put your own assumptions on their artwork or not ask them to, have their own voice in their art making. I mean, I struggle with this a lot being an artist and now as a parent where I just want to suggest things to Claire, but we want to remember it's their art, it's their world, and the child is the artist. So not to be a soul crusher.
The classroom is the art.
Yeah, the classroom is the child's studio.
Oh.
Can you say it again? No? Okay. The classroom. Or bedroom. Or kitchen. Or yard. Or playroom. Is that? It's the child's studio. Right?
That.
Okay. So, the classroom is the child's studio. And now I guess in this case it's wherever they can find a space to create. Bedroom, the kitchen, but finding a space to have the responsibility to take care of the materials and share the materials. That's been a big shift for me over 3 years, is wanting to build more of that responsibility into them taking care of the space we need to create art. So it's their studio. It's not my classroom. Okay, there you have it. Some basic concepts of teaching for artistic behavior. I hope it helps give you some perspective on the way I like to engage in making art with your kids, and I really, really do value the time I get to spend with them, and I miss everybody so much, and I'm really finding a silver lining in this for me is making videos. I've never done that before, so I'm definitely taking a risk, and finding some really interesting new ways that I can still stick to those sort of basic tenets of TAB and, figure out ways to provide more choice to the kids. So stay tuned. We're kind of building this together. I think I said the other day to somebody, I feel like I'm flying a plane and building it at the same time, but I'm finding lots of really great resources. I have some ideas for ways we can share. If there's ever any concerns or questions, please email me. I put a new bit up on my contact page, and we're working out a schedule where I can do just some Zoom, just chat time. It's not mandatory. They don't have to be there, but if they want to share, just see me or ask me questions. And I'll put some surveys up for the kids to fill out to see what they're more interested in doing. Maybe some challenges from them. They can vote on what they want to see me draw. I'm planning on doing a weekly doodle demo just for some fun drawing activities. So I'm really trying to craft, not next week, but the week after, a way to have choices and options for them as far as what they want to spend time creating. How do they want to engage in the art? And how do they want to share that with me, or share it with each other, or reflect on it? That's it in a nutshell. So we're all in this emergency remote learning situation, and please, again, email me if you have any questions or concerns. Thank you so much.